What's up, Aquarius? It's your girl Kelly coming straight at you for the Queen Tarot B in Boston. So this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Mars, and Venus. Those of you that don't fit this scenario, don't try to jam it into your puzzle. Next thing is, this is a general reading, so if you need a personalized reading, the information is in the box below. Cross-watchers, welcome to the Queen Tarot B. If you are cross-watching and the energy comes in vice versa, just know that I read both energies. I can pick up yours from the person, or I can pick up theirs. But if it does come in vice versa, just leave a comment below and let me know so I know how I'm reading weekly. If I'm pulling your energy or the other person's. I don't mind. I like the comments. I generally get to them as much as I can. Let me see. Anything else? Nope, let's get into the cards. Oh wait, this is for January 7th through the 14th, 2020. Now let's get into the cards. It feels to me like you guys recently had just the most major tower moment. You got hit with everything all at once, okay? It feels like your love life got hit. Your personal life got hit. Your work life got hit. Everything just got hit all at once. And you got ass over tea kettled. And when I say that, what I mean by it is that the universe has actually taken your job, your house, your car, your health. The universe has kicked your ass in some way or another. And I feel like the one that hit you the hardest is definitely your love life. That's what I'm feeling. That's what the ancestors are talking about this week anyway. And you guys really had to sit down and think and realize that you had to start cutting parts of your life out. You had to start cutting out people and places and things and anything that was no longer serving you, and you haven't cleaned your life up in a while. And so it's a really strong reminder to get your shit in shape, is what it is. They're telling you that you need to move on from certain things, learn lessons, and realize that they're trying to tell you something. If you're stagnant in the universe, you can't move. And so you're not actually following your spiritual path. So they give you a nice big, and it's ass over tea kettle. Next thing you know, everything is gone because they've been trying to tell you, but you haven't been listening. I feel like you didn't really gain a victory in all of this waiting that you've been doing. Sorry, my hair is driving me crazy today. You haven't really been winning over any of these situations that are coming at you, especially in the love life area. It feels like it's just heavy and dragging, and it's like you just dragging this big bag behind you. If you've ever walked to a laundromat, you know how that feels. That's kind of what it feels like. Let's find out what the cards have to say. That's just intuition for right now. But let's find out if the cards want to back me up. So I'm going to do a little bit of shuffling here. You guys feel like you've been kind of left out. Like this person just leaves you out and leaves you with all their baggage. You're feeling kind of outside looking in, okay? It's like being on a bubble on the outside and you're just watching what's going on with this person. They're not really involving you in their life. And as much as you waited around for them, in the end, nothing came of it. And now you're standing up for yourself. You're realizing that it's your life and you have to do what you need to do for yourself. But it's like you're not taking the rest you need and you're not finding the happiness in yourself, okay? You guys aren't finding happiness in yourselves. You're just thinking of someone from your recent past or someone that really isn't good for you. After all that waiting, you realize it's time to move on. Yep. There's that third-party situation, and there's the King of Swords. So they're telling you, you really need to get into that energy of cutting away. Got the king and the queen with the... Sorry, guys. I'm going to shave my head. You got the King of Swords with the Three of Cups in reverse, right? Oh, I like that. I like that for you guys. You've got the King of Swords with Three of Cups in reverse. So this is a form of third-party situation. This could be an energy that is around you. This person would be like a kind of a strict personality, really kind of detached from emotion, doesn't really think about anybody else, just thinks about themselves in the moment. I like this for you guys. I really do. Because you've been stagnant for so long, right? With this Five of Wands in reverse. You've been constantly fighting and battling and fighting and battling. And it's like the minute you finally flip this over and move on, there's the sun. That's a beautiful thing right there. The minute you move on and you finally realize that this is why you're hitting that major tower moment. Now that could be like 0 could be happening now, months to up to a year usually is what I'm feeling. The past year has really been a roller coaster, and so for you, you've been stagnant. You've been fighting with yourself and others, and just it's been going round and around. And so now you're seeing that there's happiness to be had there. There's finally a light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, there it is. Tower in reverse. With the Hierophant. Okay. This is a person who's very enlightened from this tower moment. I see them as being very wise, being very smart, being... you're so much more enlightened from having gone through this situation. As much as it probably sucked and it was shitty, it feels like you are more enlightened. You've learned a lot of lessons from this person. You've learned a lot of what you want, what you don't want, and what you need to get rid of in your life. There's your queen. So you're sitting down, you're really pondering, okay, it's time for me to move on from this. How do I move from, it's like a chessboard, you know, and it's like, which move do I make? How do I cut out what I don't need and keep what I do? With the Page of Pentacles, okay? So not really making an offer anymore toward this person. You've tried, it feels like tried, and you tried to manifest something. But, you know, it just, you weren't finding any way of winning with this person, okay? You weren't finding any way of getting through. So nothing actually manifests there. You've got to move on from this. You've got to stop making the offer. And it looks like that's exactly what you're doing and moving on to manifesting. Making things in your life good again. Don't be surprised if this person does come back. And I really hate to say that, but when they see you happy, they're going to then want happiness with you. And you're going to get the opportunity to just be like, no. I need more cough drops. So don't be surprised if this person does come back toward you, all right? Looks like with the, yeah, feeling on the outside looking in, that bubble I was talking about, okay? This is, if you look, little girl sitting outside the door crying. And so it's reversed. And with this Five of Pentacles, she's sitting out there and there's a keyhole you can see there. And she clearly doesn't have the key. So whatever this person's doing, you don't have the key. They've really caused some major hurt in the past, and it's like they've done it again. It feels like you've been going around, and it's time to finally move on, because with the Three of Wands in reverse, you're not getting what you need from them or want. And where this card comes up, it makes me think that this person will come back. And they may try to keep pulling this with you. but it's time for them to move on. I don't see any reconciliation. I don't see you wishing to be with that person, even though they're wishing to be with you later on. I don't see you wanting to be with this person. I think they've outdone themselves this time. You've got the Four of Swords and the Page of Swords, and they're both in reverse. So you haven't listened when the universe has told you to take a rest. You've been, either they've been spying on you or you've been spying on them and trying to keep up with what they're doing and who they're with and what's going on. And so I'm feeling like maybe they've been doing this to you, because the minute they see you happy, it feels like they're going to gravitate back toward you. Okay? So it almost feels like they've been telling you to take a rest from this person, but either you're spying on them or they're spying on you. Something's going on there. All right, guys, that is what I have for you for the week of January 7th through the 14th. If you would like a reading further that's more personal, please see the box below. I will catch you guys on the flip side, and this is your girl Kelly coming straight at you from the Queen Tarot B in Boston.